Greetings, people of Earth. Welcome back. My name is Jax, and today we are talking about deja vu dating, or dating deja vu. I don't know which one I'm going to title this yet. But dating deja vu is when you are talking to somebody, you are dating somebody, you are in a relationship, you are just in the talking stage, whatever it is, and the person that you are talking to strongly reminds you of a past relationship. Like, I'm talking that, what they say, it might be a turn of phrase, how they behave, how they hold their head. It could be anything, honestly. Like, there are so many ways that somebody can get dating deja vu. And it can either be an incredible ick. It can be like, oh my gosh, like this person is like a little clone of my ex. I need to get out of this. This is scary. Oh my gosh. Or it can be like a super positive thing. It's like, oh, I really liked it when he did that. Like, that was so cute. Like, oh, and now this one's doing it too. And it's like, it's one of those things that's like kind of hard to talk about because in all honesty, you tend not to want to think about your ex as like having any influence on who you're interested in and stuff like that. I can remember, going on dates with certain people and being like, man, he just reminds me too much of the last one. I can't do it again. But it's funny because, there really are only a set number of human characteristics. There's only a set number of differences in how we are. And when somebody you're talking to or you're involved with really strongly reminds you of an ex in a good or a bad way, it really like makes you self-reflect. Like, it makes you think like, is this like a me problem? Like, do I have a type? Is this developing into something that I can't control? And it's like, it's really funny. Like, I've had 3 long-term relationships, and each one of them was pretty different. I feel like there wasn't a lot of similarity or crossover in who they were, in terms of like age, like race, religion, outlook on life, optimist, pessimist. Like, there really isn't a lot of crossover. And so when I'm talking to somebody now, I'm like, oh, this person's a lot like number 1, or this one's like number 3. And it's like a weird thing that I do. And I don't know if anyone else does this. Like, maybe it's just like my ridiculous hyperactive brain. But the deja vu that I sometimes get with like mannerisms, or, I'll be on a coffee date with somebody and I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. This is too familiar. I've been here before. It's honestly a little bit intimidating, and it really does make me think, is this a good thing? And I genuinely don't know. Like I said before, it can be very specific to, and like not to be like mean or anything, but like these things can have like a big impact on who a person is, if I'm at a coffee date with somebody and they start sort of digging on people or making like side jabs and things, and I get this dating deja vu of like, oh boy, I've been here before. It really does make me second guess and think like, is this something I want to keep pursuing? Is this, and it's not one of these like game ending things. I don't want to be like over dramatic, because like most of this is supposed to be just kind of funny, and it's ridiculous that you run into somebody and you're just like, man, you have a lot of the traits of somebody else I know. Like, this is interesting. But there is some truth to it, and I have been in situations where I just think like, oh, I really didn't like this behavior, and this is reminding me very much of this behavior that I don't like to see. And do I bring it up? Like, how can you effectively communicate this with somebody that you're not very close to, because you're getting to know this person, or you're in a different stage of the relationship? How do you bring this up and go like, oh, my ex did that? That's always a red flag. That's always something that I've never wanted to be that person where it's like, oh yeah, my ex was super into this. And then just, that's a bit of a red flag. That's a little bit, we don't like talking about exes in relationships, which is a shame, because an ex tells you a lot about what you like, what you don't like, your preferences, your dating capacity, what you're interested in. And it's sort of taboo. You can't talk about those specific things that an ex does, because then your current partner, or the person you're talking to, is a little uncomfortable, and they don't know if they should keep doing the behavior because that's a good sign, or if that's a big no-no, it's like, oh gosh, so now I can never do this again because Jack's ex did this and I don't want to be the next ex. And so it's like a really complicated issue, and it can be, most of the time when I think of it as like a funny kind of thing, like, oh, that's ridiculous. Like, yeah, they both do that thing. Like, that's weird. And it doesn't go much further than that. Sometimes, however, you talk to somebody and you're just like, yikes, I've been here before and we're not repeating this. And I will admit, like, there have been instances over the years where I've been talking to somebody and, you know, it created an ick. It created a reason to just not, you know, and so then I have to sort of say, hey, I'm sorry, but like this isn't working for me. I don't think we're the right fit, which is unfortunate, but you know, you develop your tastes and your interests in people through multiple dating and that sort of thing, and you figure out what you're looking for in life. And so I don't think it's a bad thing that sometimes you get this dating deja vu and go, nope, not today, not tomorrow. And you're not wasting people's time. You're cutting it off where it should be cut off. So I don't know, but it's kind of, I don't know, it's not fun. It's not fun to just sort of realize like, oh, yeah, no. And it's kind of like a reality check or a moment where you're just like, yeah, not for me, sorry. Yeah. So I don't know. Have you ever had a dating deja vu? Have you ever experienced this kind of thing? Because not gonna lie, it's happened to me several times, and every time it happens, I laugh about it, and then sometimes it's like, yeah, I don't know if I can keep doing this. Like, yikes. So I don't know. Maybe it's just like the neurotic brain in me that just, and I'm sure people have had it about me, you know. I'm sure my exes have gone on dates with other people and thought, oh man, this guy's way too much like Jax, or he did this thing that reminds me of Jax. Can't do it. And that's totally fair. I would never fault anybody for going on a date with somebody and being like, oh, that reminds me of that Jax kid. And then just, yeah, no hard feelings. I get it. Like, I get it. Like, there are a specific number of preferences and tastes and diversity within the dating community. And if somebody reminds you of me and you're just like, nope, that's fair. I get that. I understand. And I will take that chip on my shoulder with me forever. No, I'm just kidding. But that's kind of where I want to leave it. This whole idea of dating deja vu. I just thought of it the other day and thought, you know, I wonder if this is just a me thing, or if it's like a collective thing that we've all been through and done that. So let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, I will talk to you tomorrow.